I want y'all to get a really good look at the person that you see right here in this picture. Let's just say I am so glad that I found out the information that I found out about this before I uploaded my initial recording involving this person that you see right here in this image. So this girl's name is Karol Sanchez, and she's a 16-year-old girl from the Bronx. Now I'm going to tell you the story, the original story. So apparently one night, Karol Sanchez and her mother were out walking, just casual mother-daughter stuff. Then all of a sudden, this vehicle pulls up beside her, and several guys get out of the car and snatch her away while she's with her mother. She says her mother tries to fight them off to get her daughter back, and it was unsuccessful, and they just drive away. Maybe a day or so or something later, after plenty of Amber Alerts have gone out, they find Karol Sanchez unharmed, unscathed, doesn't appear to be violated. All is good in the world. And if this was the story that I would have went with, then I would have been telling you a lie. Reason being, Karol Sanchez staged her entire kidnapping from top to bottom. I'm so glad that I found out about this before I uploaded the commentary that I originally was going to upload, that I'm going to delete after I'm done with this one. What's so upsetting and disappointing about this is that there are so many missing kids out here, black kids in particular, that are legit missing from being kidnapped or human trafficked or sex trafficked or whatever. That you have this girl stage her entire damn attack, allegedly with her boyfriend. And all I could think about is the Anaya Blanchard situation, because when I did my original commentary, I cited Anaya Blanchard and what happened with her. Now that was an actual legit kidnapping that ended with that young lady's untimely murder. Let's just call it what it is. Those guys murdered her and threw her body away like she was trash, and she decayed after being stranded for about 2 weeks. And then you have this situation right here. It's not uncommon that something like this happens. When you think about not only how some people will stage their own kidnappings, but how they will lie if someone will sexually assault them or somebody will have raped them. Which, by the way, and it's crazy how all of this came about, because I found this out when I was at work. And I was talking to one of my coworkers, and where I work at, Georgetown University, the basketball team played tonight. And as you may have known or may not have known, there were 2 players that were recently suspended from the team because some chick alleged that she was robbed and assaulted by them. But it turns out that she lied about the entire thing. Apparently, she was not robbed, nor was she assaulted. I think the person might have been in some kind of relationship with her, and I guess they may have broken up and he was going there to get his things. And she lied and said she was sexually assaulted and or raped and robbed by this person. Even went to when she went to the Georgetown police, it turns out that, they didn't find anything there. So when they didn't find anything there, she went to the DC Metropolitan Police. And that's how the story blew up. They ended up getting kicked off the team temporarily. And I said they could have lost their scholarship. If there was any chance they could have gone to the NBA, they would have lost that and all of that. But it all turned out to be a lie. She even staged or had people protest when they found out they were let back on the team. And I'm like, y'all are protesting for a liar. And I said, when people do something like that, they need to be exposed. We need to know exactly who they are from top to bottom. Name all of that. But they'll give protection to people like that. Now back to, I just wanted to talk about that because I never got a chance to do a video on it. But let me go ahead and get into this one right here. I'm going to go and read the article. And this will be my first time actually reading it, by the way. It says, girl age 16 staged terrifying kidnapping caught on surveillance footage, according to police sources. The kidnapping of 16-year-old Karol Sanchez has taken an unexpected turn as sources tell People the young girl may have staged her abduction. One source tells People it's looking like she staged the incident and that Sanchez may have been upset about an upcoming move to South America. A second source reveals police are investigating the possibility that the abduction was staged. Sanchez reportedly made the shocking confession to police when questioned by officers from the 40th precinct, according to CBS New York and the New York Times, after being found safe and unharmed at a Bronx park in New York City on Tuesday. Sanchez allegedly devised the hoax because of a difficult relationship with her mother, a police official told the New York Times. She thinks that the relationship with her mother is rocky. Then wait till she sees how it is now. And it's crazy because her mother was with her and her mother had no idea what was going on. So she fooled her own mother. She pulled this hoax right there in front of her mother. Her mother was probably frantic and what's going on? Okay, let me continue. CBS New York reported that Sanchez was unhappy and was trying to get away from her overprotective mother. So this lets me know that she's one of those girls that likes to live life in the fast lane, if you get what I mean. At this time, an investigation into the incident remains ongoing, and it is not clear if Sanchez will face charges. I think she should, because that's taxpayers' money right there that went into trying to find her. That kind of stuff costs money and time. Y'all know what I've said about time. The New York Police Department would not confirm if the department believes the kidnapping was staged, but said the investigation is continuing. A spokesperson for the family cannot be identified at this time. Sanchez's story captivated the city and prompted an Amber Alert after the NYPD released harrowing surveillance footage showing the young girl appearing to be kidnapped right off the street, all while her mother tries to fend off her abductors. The alleged kidnapping unfolded within seconds and happened as Sanchez and her mother were walking on the sidewalk of a Bronx street. Sanchez's mother can be seen in the footage fighting with at least one man who forcefully shoves her backward at one point. Witnesses told CBS New York that Sanchez's mother was visibly distressed following the incident. She was just screaming, my daughter, my God, someone please help me. She was screaming hysterically, and I was looking, wondering what was going on. She was just screaming in the street, a witness explained. Tuesday afternoon, just after news broke that Sanchez had been found, journalist Kimberly Richardson tweeted a video clip of the teen's emotional reunion with her mother. Police are actively looking for 4 male accomplices, according to CBS New York. As for them wanting to press charges against her or needing to, they have to. They should. To teach this little girl a lesson. She is 16 years old. She knows better. So she did this because her mother was overprotective, because she probably doesn't want her daughter maybe out there being a little thought. At least she cares, because some don't even care about that. She's you got to pay attention to the words. When she said overprotective, that lets you know what type of girl she is or wants to be. And possibly her mother was not going for that. I feel bad for her mother because, imagine being in that situation where you think your child is being kidnapped right from in front of you, all to find out that your own child staged this attack and then tried to blame it on you. This girl, I'm going to just put it out there. She needs a boot in her ass for that. Seriously. That's what she needs. Literally and figuratively speaking. Because she literally had the whole city looking for her, thinking that she was kidnapped, for her to pull some stunt like this. Some people say that they're questioning this and everything like that. Look, the girl admitted to it and gave a reasoning as to why she did it. And like I said, it's sad because there are actual people out here that are being kidnapped for real and being trafficked around for real. I'm so glad I found out about this before I uploaded the other video. But I feel absolutely nothing for her. And the fact that she did something like this lets you know she can't even be trusted. So that means if, let's say, for instance, she ends up in a situation where she might be abducted for real, people are not going to take her seriously. She's going to always be known as the girl that cried wolf. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Okay, so I had to come back on here because there was some more information that I found out involving this whole Karol Sanchez situation. So remember how I said that in the original part of the story that her mother was very overprotective of her and everything like that. And I said, usually when parents are like that, it's probably something that their kid is involved with that they shouldn't be, or they probably know their child might have a history of a certain thing, so they need to just watch them. Or maybe it's just, them being a good parent, which apparently her mother was trying to be. And I said she probably doesn't want her daughter out there engaging in thoughtism and stuff like that, or being a fast little girl. Well, it looks like I spoke this into existence because according to this article on the New York Post that just recently came out, apparently what was alleged is turning out to be true. Her and her boyfriend, and I guess a couple of his friends or whoever, did stage this kidnapping. She is actually involved with some guy. And realize I said some guy and not some boy, because according to the article, her boyfriend is 23. Mind you, she's 16, which means she's a minor, which by law would make her boyfriend a pedophile. And not only that, it gets deeper. Not only that, her boyfriend is a Crip. He is a gang member. And yes, there's one more major part. Her boyfriend has a murder charge to his name, or at least he had one to his name. Yeah, and she did all of this to be with him. I say her mother sent her ass right to Honduras ASAP and let them deal with her out of control ass. But that's really the only updates now that I have. Hopefully this will be the last one by the time I upload this video.